Hello and welcome to It's Tomorrow News, and I am Hina Talati. Change of climate is obvious these days, and many of the observed changes are unprecedented over the 5 decades to millennia. There are enough historical evidence to support the theory that climate change is a natural phenomena and its associated effects are variability of heavy rainfall and cyclonic patterns that are being observed globally. In Southeast Asia and Australia, the seasonal atmospheric flow during the monsoon season shows varying degree of this uncertainty. Flash floods hit Malaysia's Klang Valley, surrounding capital Kuala Lumpur and areas in Selangor state on Monday. This came just 3 months after the deadly flooding claimed dozens of the lives around the country. The floods occurred due to the unusually heavy rainfall in just 2 hours, and the existing drainage system was unable to support the high flow of water. More than 100 houses were affected in several areas in the capital. Heavy rain lashed several areas with 106.5 millimeters and 155 millimeters recorded at 2 measuring stations in the capital within 2 hours. Footage on social media showed submerged vehicles and rising water levels in several areas, including in the center of Kuala Lumpur. Families were also seen being rescued from the inundated homes. The fire and rescue department said 12 cars were submerged and a number of people had to be rescued. About 300 people in Selangor were evacuated to relief centers on Monday night. The National Disaster Management Agency said several rivers in Kuala Lumpur and Selangor rose past the warning level, while one had exceeded the danger level. At the same time, intense rain over many parts of Singapore on Monday afternoon led to flash floods in several areas. Due to these flash floods, roads at the affected locations were closed and PU-based quick response teams were deployed to help motorists and direct traffic. Flood risk warnings were also issued for several locations. A driver was found stranded in a truck in a flash flood. PUB said the heaviest rainfall recorded in western Singapore was 134.2 millimeters at Jurong West Street, 42 rainfall stations. This corresponds to 88% of the Singapore's average monthly rainfall in March and lies within the top 1% of the maximum daily rainfall record since 1981. Thundery showers are expected on most of the days in the first half of this month, according to the Meteorological Service Singapore. This is because the prevailing northeast monsoon rain band is set to persist over Singapore for the first half of the month. Meanwhile, the death count from the week-long floods battering Australia's east coast rose to 20 on Tuesday. Tens of the thousands of the Sydney residents have been told to evacuate their homes as severe storms and flash floodings inundated swaths of Australia's largest city, Sydney, on Tuesday. The National Weather Bureau warned of the tough 48 hours ahead of Sydney, with 60,000 people subject to evacuation orders and warnings, and the city's Manly Dam began to spill. Intense rainfall across Sydney flooded bridges and homes, swept away cars, and even collapsed the roofs of the shopping centre and the supermarket. State emergency services became vulnerable as the torrential rain and intense storms continued into a second week, with the flood warnings in place for entire 2,000 kilometers coastline of New South Wales. In the past 24 hours, emergency services have been called to 100 flood rescues across the state, a number that is expected to rise. That's all for now. For more news updates, stay tuned with us. It's Tomorrow News. For more global updates like this, subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates.